Almost did the intro. We did do the intro. What's up, everybody? It's Cliff. Happy Tuesday. Fuck, that feels weird. Yeah, so welcome to Adventures from Amethil on our new night on Tuesday nights. It'll be every Tuesday forever. Or, at least until we have to change schedules again. Yeah, I feel like we were just here. Hope everybody had a great day, though. We got everybody on time, so I'm not gonna waste any more. Who wants to do recap?
I did it last time. I'll do it again if no one volunteers.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't care who does it.
What is that, John?
I love when Melissa recaps.
No, shut up. No.
I mean, if you need a reminder, John, you have 2 player points. Melissa, you have 0.
Yep, sounds right.
Sin, you have 7. So actually, it'll be 3, 1, 8. And then whoever wants to do the damn thing can do the damn thing.
I guess I can.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so where we started was Donovan, the green dragon that used to be north of Cliffhangers, flew overhead and made a U-turn and started heading north towards the mountain with the demon in it. And,
Fire scythe.
Yup. So, so Vardrak is like, okay, so we got to go deal with that. So he runs into Vakta's house because he can't find her anywhere, to find her in bed choking, and he's like, the fuck's wrong with you? And she's like, and he like holds over, slaps her on the back, and she spits up coins. And he's like, once again, why the hell would you do that? She's like,
I didn't.
I didn't, and I don't know. Like, okay, great, quit screwing around, let's go. So
Right.
left out of there, rounded up everybody and headed to the refugee camp and demanded everyone's attention, and then asked if there was any mages from the stronghold of Sea Bluff. And one old mage came forward and said that he was, and Vardrak asked if he could make a portal or a gate or whatever to Sea Bluff, because that was the only way that he figured that he could get there before Donovan started fighting the demon. Luckily he could. He just needed an item from Sea Bluff, and Vardrak's like, tells Vakta, give him the blanket. She reluctantly does. So he's able to make a portal. They go to Sea Bluff, and the demon's there. Donovan's not there, and by his calculations, he guesses based off of travel time that'd be about a day before Donovan gets there. So they rest up, and then they wake up to hearing giant wings flapping. Vardrak runs out of the house, flags him down. Luckily, he does stop and comes over and lands on a nearby building. And they're able to convince Donovan to allow them to fight with him. So he goes up and starts doing little strafe runs with his dragon poison breath on the demon, but doesn't seem to be having much effect. He then comes back and allows the group to fly up to the summit of the mountain on his back. He gets them as close as they can that isn't covered in lava already. They have to travel the rest of the way. They have to do a little dodging of rivers of lava. But they get there. And they get themselves all ready with spells and get as prepared as they can. And they run in, start attacking. Vardrak taking point. Ukdo tries to banish the demon, but it shrugs it off. and Batsu is like throwing playing cards at this thing and sticking them inside of him. Vakta's taking cover and shooting from behind cover until the demon gets pissed off after a pretty significant hit that Vakta did to him and teleports over to her. And it's like, yeah, you, gonna kill you. So
Yep.
Just like that.
So she
I
starts
think
trying.
that's a direct quote.
Probably. She then starts trying to escape. But at this point, the demon's getting like pissed off and summons 3 like demon rock things. By which Uto then tries to banish them, and she's able to banish 2 of them, leaving just the big demon and the third low flying one. But Vakta finds herself surrounded, panics, and blows her ultimate and drops the big demon. And let's see, I think Vardrak at that point then turned and just smashed the last little remaining demon rock thing.
Poor little guy.
And then Ukto completes the banishing spell and just sends the other 2 back to their realm or plane. So Donovan, who is now impressed with what he saw, basically says that the big demon probably completed whatever he was sent to do, but he wasn't the only one, and there's probably one that was spawned on each continent. Vardrak lets them know that, you know, they're after these different artifacts, one of which is at the river by Sea Bluff.
Lake.
Whatever. And there's a boat that's at the bottom of it that they never got to due to some unfortunate issues with sea life there. So he once again lets them fly down. And then, he then dives underwater to try and find this boat that they were talking about. So he kills one of the last remaining little crab thingy that the group didn't kill last time. And eventually he emerges with a crate in his mouth, drops it in front of them and says, "Here's your boat." And it was like, what? It's like, so Vardrak and Batsu start trying to open it. It wouldn't open. And then finally Donovan shows them how if he speaks certain words in Draconic, it unfolds into a boat and then a ship, and then it can fold back into a box. And then Vardrak is like, all right, cool. Well, make you a deal. You come back. Let me show the people of my kingdom that you're not anything for them to fear. And you can make your new lair somewhere around the city so that you're always close by if we need you. And, you know, we can make travel to bring you like treasures and everything a lot easier and less hazardous. So after some negotiations, he reluctantly agrees, and then they fly back on him. Batsu went to go let the mage know, hey, we're about to fly back on the dragon. But unfortunately, in that time, the dragon was growing impatient. So Vardrak's like, okay, well, let's just go. So Batsu gets back with the mage, who was excited to fly on a dragon to find no dragon. So they just portal back. And Batsu gets there, of course, like a day ahead of time, but he's setting some mysterious things up with his gang that everyone else doesn't know about yet. And Vardrak arrives with Vakta and Ukto on Donovan's back, and Vardrak has Zoomer get everyone to come out of the town to see, so that he can announce that this town now has a king and queen. It will now be considered a kingdom, and its name will no longer be the Sovereign of Cleven.
All right, that's all we have for the recap. No, go ahead.
I hate you. It is now Dracarius.
The kingdom of Dracarius.
That's right.
Brr, 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 brr.
And suddenly a body fell from the sky for the first time ever.
Totally only fell one time.
Yes, only one time.
Yep, totally didn't fall, reverse and fall.
Yes.
Not at all. I don't make
It was
mistakes.
some sort of undead that immediately made jerky motion, stood up, and took a swing at Vardrak. And that's where we ended.
Yay. Thank you for that. You earn yourself one shiny player point. So, housekeeping shit, and we're going to hop right into it because we're making good time. One, thank you for the follow, Midwinter Dreams. For two, there are new emotes we got. Who to what?
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
We got new
Yeah, right?
emotes. So anybody that is a sub, you have access to new emotes now. They're pretty sweet. Biggest thing to let you guys know, this is a fully interactive Dungeons & Dragons stream, so chatting is definitely encouraged. God damn it, John.
Sorry, I don't see the problem.
Making good time.
If you sub, you can use these new emotes, and if you sub, you also get a customized message and sound clip that plays when you chat, as you just witnessed. As I was saying, it's a fully interactive stream, so you guys are encouraged chat. There are different commands and whatnot that you guys could take advantage of. If you do !Amethil, which I just did, you could see all the different ways that you can interact. A lot of them do involve bits or donations. That all goes towards making the stream better, but you don't have to spend money if you don't want to. We also have Cliff Coins, which you earn just by being here and being you and being awesome. And the Cliff Coins you can use to roll on the Table of Fate, which basically flips a coin heads or tails. Heads, it does a random positive effect to whichever player you choose. Tail, it does a random negative effect to whoever you choose. And the players love when you do it.
It's our favorite thing.
Yes, of course.
Finally, the one other way that you guys can interact is if you either with new followers like we just got right now, or if you use Twitter, you can retweet the tweet that I tweeted, to tweet the tweet of the tweets of the tweet, announcing that we were live. And by doing that, that will also count towards it. And I need to think of some way to like either combine the two or like or account for other things. Something I need to figure out what to do to make it so it makes more sense. But either way, this right here is the tweet. If you retweet that, then it'll go towards it. And let me go ahead and, while I'm talking about this, go ahead and knock one of those off from the follows. So boop boop. 4 more follows and we get a community event. Once one of these things happen, I will put a poll up on the screen. You guys can vote on what happens next, and you will sway the future of events. That's all I have. So, without further ado, I'm going to attempt to not fuck this up and start tonight's adventure from Amethil. And it just cuts right to it, even though I have this selected. I don't understand why it does this to me. Why it wants to do this. There we go. God damn it.
Adventures from Amethil.
Perfect. Nothing bad happened. First try.
One intro.
First try.
And
We only
then
got
it
one
goes
intro.
second time.
No. So you're announcing that this is now the kingdom of Dracarys, and all of a sudden you just hear this noise, a thump. This body lands in front of you. Rusted armor, skeletal, and it lays there for a second, and all of a sudden its neck snaps around, and it looks at Vardrak, and it's creaking and cricking, and then it stands up, and it immediately takes a swing at Vardrak.
Rude.
Right?
Alright.
And you just feel this burn across your chest as it slices once at you, and you're able to dodge back from it, and the other one hits you, and you just feel this necrotic burn. And everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Cliff, can I go ahead and add that feat?
Nope.
You bastard.
Can't add it in the middle of a battle.
Yup.
I really like these new icons. And I guess I gotta roll initiative here. Okay.
Okay,
Batsu.
I can make mine do cartwheels, but my arrow doesn't. There's no arrow on mine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm doing cartwheels. Oh, there I'm going.
And you're gone.
And now I'm back. That's not my voice.
Don't try breaking shit up for me.
Whatever.
Uh,
I miss
Batsu.
doing cartwheels.
Batsu, you hear all this commotion from outside as you're working in the forge. And you hear this just loud thump, and all of a sudden it's quiet. And then the next thing you know, you just hear the sound of metal hitting metal.
Well, wouldn't he be out with everyone else?
He didn't.
Yeah, he was out.
I mean,
everyone got called outside. So.
He clearly didn't, because this is where his token is at.
I didn't see anything last time. It was a fog of gray. Alright, let's see. $45 would be right there.
Would you jump through the window?
Well, I backed one
I'm joking.
for going outside. And what the fuck is going on?
You having some
Where
issues?
is that? Guessing that missed.
That is a miss. So is that.
That? Did that not? Why are my things messed up? Okay.
That last one was a hit.
Okay. How? That's my turn.
So yeah, your hit connects, but it doesn't really feel like it does much of anything.
Doesn't look like it does much either.
All right. And Vakta, it is your turn.
This thing fell out of the sky, stood up, and swung at my husband.
Yep, that pretty much sums it up.
I'm gonna shoot it. Hold on. Let me remember to target it. Take a step over so I have a clear shot, since I'm apparently behind Vardrak. And I can read. Why do I have so many weapons on me?
Come up and discuss.
Yeah,
I get advantage on
that's
this.
something that we definitely need to talk about as well.
No, it's not.
45 weapons, all equipped.
I don't think I have any. I thought all the weapons that fell out of the sky were in my house, but it looks like they're on me.
You put them in the tomb, but yeah, they are on you. Yeah.
Witch's priest told me they were in my house, and now they're all on me.
If you just click
Zoomer.
if you click the little button that says the little thing that shows the icon of the tunic in the bag, you should be able to click it until it's blank, and that way it won't count against your weight, and you won't see it on any of your shit.
Yep.
Might be helpful. But that is a miss.
Okay, doke. I even had advantage, but it was so bad. It's pretty awful.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Ukto ducks back, and she can't cast her Divergent Persona yet. She doesn't have a whole lot going on right now.
She's got at least one radiant attack, I'm sure.
She only has 7 spells left, and 4 of them are first level.
Cantrip?
She has a ton of cantrips, but she needs to heal herself. So she's at 79 damage out of 85.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to go take the time to heal herself. I just got to know which ones I can do. That's a bonus action. So what's the regular one then?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds, and then healing word is a bonus action. And Asha is chilling in Vakta's house, waiting for you guys to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Is she staying in Vakta's house?
She's gonna stay.
Okay. And Vardrak, your turn.
First, I'm gonna see if anything about the skeleton looks recognizable. Is this?
It's. I mean, really, from what you could tell, it looks like your garden variety undead, other than the fact that it fell from the sky. It has like a full set of like plate armor, but it's like rusted, and it has a short sword. It has like remnants of hair, and it's long and scraggly. But I mean, just from the glance at it, it just looks like garden variety undead to you.
Okay. All right. He just looks pissed, more so at being interrupted than anything else.
Of course.
Rude.
Dare this asshole.
What a Vardrak thing.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Hey,
we're testing out these new. Testing out these
Thanks for volunteering.
new fumble table already. So yeah, as you go to swing at him, he like pulls backwards, and you end up over swinging and cutting yourself with it. And
Right in front of everybody.
cut with a blunt weapon.
yeah, I mean the force of it'll still. I mean, you get hit with a log in the face, you're gonna bleed.
Yeah,
And you do.
whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, he takes a follow-up swing, and I'm guessing that's a miss.
That is a miss.
All right. Then he's like angrily like points his hammer at the skeleton, and it looks like he throws the hammer, but it's still in his hand, and he's going to try and hit with, there we go, spiritual weapon for, wow, 6 whole damage.
As much as my fist.
And is that your turn?
That is his turn.
So he turns and as you like hit him, and you feel like your attack does nothing to him. He doesn't even register the fact that you just hit him. And he kind of grabs his weapon and he points across the battlefield. And he's looking at everybody. And he says something in Abyssal. Vardrak, you would have understood what he said.
Yeah. Who the fuck is this guy?
And he looks at Vakta while he's pointing his sword, and he stops on her. And with his other hand, it starts to light up with this purple glow. And he, like, holds it out open at Vakta, and you see this purple swirl start coming around her. Something that you've seen around the creatures when you were fighting back on the Fireside Mountains. When Ukto cast that spell to banish them, you start seeing a similar effect.
How dare!
Due to Bob's roll on the fate table, Vakta, I need you to use your lowest skill and roll a save. Your lowest ability score.
God, that's gonna be anything with strength. Bob, I hate you. Fuck.
So good.
So, you see this purple wispy mist circle around Vakta, and all of a sudden, she just turns incorporeal. Yes?
I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, you can't do nothing. You're banished. Back up to the top at Batsu. Don't worry. As long as they kill this thing within a minute, you'll come back to life. If not, then you'll be banished somewhere.
Cool, thanks, Cliff.
No problem. That is a hit.
Alright. Oh, okay. I need to decide this before you tell me, but I guess I'll do it. Doing a disarming attack on him.
Okay.
So, first off,
He fails the save.
so that means, boom. Where is the cell? Boom and boom.
As you hit him, you notice that it has no effect.
Fuck. Okay. That is used. Doing another. Okay. That missed.
That did miss, yes. That's a hit, though.
And that's it.
All right. And again, as you hit him, you're not feeling us doing anything. Like, you're connecting with the blows, but he's not even, like, flinching. Vakta, you're not here.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem.
I'm helpful. I'm out of the way.
That you are. After she sees this, Ukto's like, Vardrak, what do you want me to do?
Vardrak is like, just break his damn concentration.
Stupid thing.
I agree.
um. She's like, okay. And she casts her spiritual weapon at him. And it just crashes into him and just dissipates. And she puts up her Guardian of Faith, and as she does, this thing comes out, and as soon as it hits this thing, it just shatters into nothingness.
Her guardian hits the skeleton, then the guardian shatters?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Vardrak, as you go to cock back your weapon, your scythe on your back, shing, comes out, and you hear this voice in your head. I told you I did not need you. Where did you think that the life that I was sapping goes to?
Are you going to help or not?
Help? I sent him. And I will take everything from you while you watch, and then you will die.
What the fuck? Fuck you. Fucking die.
Oh
What
no!
the fuck?
Oh no!
No, fuck that. How many points do I have?
You have...
Then don't die.
You have 4.
I'm using 2. I'm re-rolling. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's not even 30 minutes in yet.
That's a hit.
Right.
You hit him and it just fizzes out. It doesn't do anything to him. You still feel the blade pulsating with the scythe actually fully extended on your back.
Okay. And you said it's not even like an action to pull that out?
Correct. Yeah, you can switch weapons. It's no action. The only thing that really takes an action is donning or doffing armor.
Okay. So he's going to pull the goddamn life drinker off his back. Let's see.
And as you do, you feel this new surge of energy that you've never felt from holding this thing.
And he's going to take a swing with that.
That is a hit.
Pop that. We will pop that. And let's see what happens.
As you hit him, you actually see the blade slice through, and you see his armor dent right in the middle of his chest, and he actually like takes a step back and winces from it.
Did that, like, is his banish going to be different than the standard banish spell? Like, does he have to hold concentration?
I don't know. Did it not make
I'm just
him do
wondering
it?
because if so, then like Fancy Ground's either supposed to roll it automatically or you might have to roll it manually.
Yeah, let me see what it says here. Banishment. Yeah, he should have to have a concentration spell on him. I don't know why I didn't do it. Let me put that on real quick here. And what's your... Does he have to roll against your skill save is what it is?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, I'll see what it says.
Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Well, then he would have failed it because he only rolled an 8.
Okay.
So as you hit him, he steps backwards and he like shakes it off, and then all of a sudden you see Vakta start to flicker, and then she's like back there in front of you.
Yay!
Oh, apparently I never actually cast the effect on her, which is why I didn't do that, I assume.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anything else you're gonna be doing?
I mean, since I have a bonus action, this hammer just floating here, just try and hit with it anyway. Let's see. Spiritual weapon.
That's a hit. And he just shrugs it off. It hits him, and he just kind of like throws his arm back, and he grabs his sword, and he just starts lunging towards you. Oh, wait, no. Apparently he's swinging at Vakta.
Rude! I just got here!
And he hits her with every swing. And he's just chopping at this point. And again, in Abyssal, he says, something.
All right. He runs up, cracks his knuckles, and goes in on some hits. Not that one, though.
So he counterattacks that attack. So as you go in and hit him, the first one hits, and he like doesn't even pay attention to you hitting him. And the second time, as you go to do it, he just turns and he swings his sword at you, and you're able to roll out of the way from it.
All right. Now, because of that, counterattack.
You can't counterattack a fumble. It's not an actual. It's not him. It's not his action, so you can't do it. That would be hilarious, though. And then you roll a 1 on that, and he counterattacks your counterattack.
Oh my god.
That's a miss, huh?
So we're all gonna change our dice color so we can
Last one.
swap dice. We're doing bad.
The last one. Is that a hit or a miss?
That's a miss.
Fuck. All right. Key point. For your blows.
That's a miss too.
Come on, man.
That's
Come
a
on,
miss too.
man. All right. That's it.
Vakta,
Change your
welcome
dice
back.
color. Yeah, just change your dice color. It works. It's like swapping out your dice set. This thing wants to keep hitting me, so I guess I'm going to hit it right back. Can I? I'll just stand there.
Sounds like a good plan.
And that's it's getting closer is always better, right?
That's a hit.
Cool. Let me scroll all the way down past all these weapons that I unequipped and are no longer carrying them, and they're still in my. Sneak attack, please. Can I? Who doesn't want me to click it?
Don't blame it. It's 'cause
Why?
you switched your die color.
I have not yet, actually. It doesn't want me to. Can I?
I switched
Why are you
mine.
like this?
There you go.
That's
Fuck those
not.
red ones.
Oh, that's not the
No,
right one.
that's not it.
That's
I hit
just
the wrong thing. There we go.
I thought you said you
Okay,
got new glasses
now-
at work.
Don't you only need to press it once?
Yep.
Yeah,
What-
hey, Cliff,
what-
can you undo that?
What do we say the punishment of that was?
I didn't roll with it.
What do we say the punishment of that was?
I didn't roll with it. I'm not
You're
used to.
You're good.
To be fair, I never actually saw it before, so I'm just kind of like, what was I thinking?
What is this thing?
I have to go. No, I know what all the blurs look like. I don't know what.
I can see. I can
can't
fight.
I was looking for that GIF earlier and I couldn't find it.
As you hit him with this, your sword hits his chest piece, and he kind of just looks down at it and looks at you and smiles.
He's kinky. Stop it.
I'm used to that. I've got bar drop.
Exactly.
I'm not weirded out by this anymore. Alright, changing dice color though.
Anything else you could do?
Nope, I got one attack.
Okay.
Change dice color as a bonus action.
There we go. I changed my dice color.
Level 1. Level 1. Okay. Just making sure I checked off the right spells. And Ukto's like, Vakta, get out of there!
On Vardrak too long, it's hard to just leave a good fight.
Fuck are you doing?
I know. What the hell?
Trying
He's
to
about
use up all my sorcery points. There we go. Gain back
to drop a bomb.
first level spell slots. Not really.
He's like,
So he's yelling back in Abyssal. He's like, "You will take nothing from me." And he takes a swing. Pathetic. And takes another swing. Wow.
What the hell? This guy got some
How's it going today? And sure, why not?
Oh my God.
and
Done.
and as you're like swinging and he's like dodging back from it, you see his eyes start to glow with this orange glow. And he like holds his hand up like this, and as he's raising it, you're seeing just this flame start to swirl around his hand.
Oh.
Setting
fire to the village.
The kingdom!
Oh.
Oh, that was a lot of dice.
And he slams his fist down in the ground, and as he does, there's this eruption of fire that breaks out all across, setting 5 buildings on fire.
I shouldn't have taken that damage.
Yeah, was there, Yeah, I saved. I shouldn't have taken it either.
Do you guys don't have your effect on, I assume, huh?
Evasion?
Yeah.
Then I'd have to put the effect on every time. It's just an innate ability.
No,
I
it's
didn't know that was a
0 round thing. You can.
Yeah,
actually
that means
just
it always
have
stays on.
Oh. Okay. I don't know how that works.
Mine's on now.
Fucking
How?
a little late now.
Go to your it's underneath my spells. I don't know if you would have a spell list.
I mean, technically that's where my rogue stuff is, but no, it's oh no, it's there. All right, cool.
Batsu, your turn.
All
There
right.
are 5 buildings burning.
Wow.
I don't like that fire. It's got a face.
These
Wait,
guys suck.
Hold on, I'm checking.
These guys suck.
I was checking to see what buildings are burning to make sure we were far away from my house.
What attack were you just doing?
My knife.
Everybody roll a d20. Except
Me too?
for Sin.
Don't I still gotta roll a d20 because of the 1?
Okay.
So your dagger slips out of your hand as you're swinging at this guy, and it goes straight through to where Vakta is. Roll a damage, aim at Vakta and roll damage.
Take that off.
For 8 damage. You're seeing Batsu like swinging at this guy, and he kind of does this huge like overhand swing with this Tanto, and it just slips from his hand, and you just see it just, and it hits you right in the shoulder, same right shoulder that everything hits you in.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why things hit you in your right shoulder. They just do.
It's okay. In real life, it's always my left.
See, I'm
I'm
merciful.
used to it. Woo.
Anything else you're doing?
You apologizing?
He sure ain't.
Oh, no, why would I do that? Nope, that's it.
God.
All right,
Pull that
Vakta.
back. I need that. You take my knife for her.
It's a nice knife. Maybe I'll keep it. Add it to my ever-growing compilation of weapons. I need 45 of those, sure.
All right, Vakta, your turn.
I'm gonna swing at this guy again. Because we're scrolling through this giant mess of weapons. There we go. There's the scimitar. Yay.
That's a hit.
Yay. And then scroll all the way back down. Drag it over. And scroll all the way back up. This is great. Cool. Ooh.
You hit him with it, and you see the sparks of your sword hitting his metal chest piece, and he doesn't really react to it at all. As he says something to you in Abyssal.
Can't fucking understand you, dude. Vardrak, insult him for me.
Oh shit, Ukto's dying apparently.
What goes down?
What?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yep.
She passed her first death saving throw.
Yeah,
if,
she
it,
succeeded.
if anybody's wondering.
Oh.
Alex, welcome back. Ukto died.
Alex, welcome back. Do you have a new character in mind?
Vardrak's gonna lean over to Vakta and says, "Go lead the people in taking care of the flames. I'll handle this." And he like kind of steps between the skeleton and Vakta as he goes for another swing. But I am not going to roll manually. I'm going to just do a little clicky thing. Maybe that helps. No? Still the same shit? How about that? All right.
That's a miss.
Fuck you.
No, I'm joking. You're good.
Smite. And
Ooh.
Yeah, so as you hit him again, he winces, and he just shakes his head no at you, and he twirls his blade and comes in for another attack.
What the hell? We were all so bad at this.
that was his spiritual weapon, so I don't even think that would cause his knee to pop.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
As you
I
turn
said,
to send it forward, you twist your knee awkwardly.
From the spiritual weapon? He's not swinging it.
How are you moving it? Like, how are you directing this thing where to attack?
With his mind.
With his mind? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's how
I
you use
did.
special weapons to move, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's-
so.
You sprained your brain.
right. Ah, my knee.
Oh, you're saying it's a mental thing? We have things for that.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. God.
Like how Cliff rigged our fucking dice before this go
I
around.
know, right?
Like, I have the ability to do that.
What?
Anything else you're doing this round?
No.
So as you step in the way of doing it, you hear him start to whisper something. And as he does, you see Vakta's eyes kind of glaze a bit, and then she starts to get this scowl on her face as she is compelled to duel this thing.
You didn't pass a 7 wisdom save? What?
Well, the first one was she rolled a 5 on it. I rolled the second one thinking it was putting the effect on, but it wasn't actually putting it on. I just rolled it again.
No.
Batsu. Oh wait, actually, what do we got? John, roll me a d20. Vakta, roll me a d20. Batsu, roll me a d20. I will roll a d20. This house is completely engulfed in flames. John, roll me another d20.
That fast? Holy shit.
You're seeing like the flames creeping up the side closest from where this skeleton is, and it's starting to burn the wooden shingles on the top. You're seeing the fire just crawling over the top of it right now. Batsu, your turn.
Okay. Looking at Vardrak, like we need to fucking end this shit already. This fire needs to be attended to. And he is actually, I'm doing my ultimate. I don't even have my weapon, so this is good.
You got a second one. What
All
are
right.
you talking about? Don't you?
Oh, well, I got my cards, but I need a backup, and it's too much work.
Okay.
All right.
You got a
So
target.
since there's one guy here, he's gonna do both attacks on him.
Do I have it separated into 2s or into 4s?
You have the damage separated, so I can attack 2, but I can just click on it twice.
Okay. 3. It's supposed to be. Oh yeah, it's 2 damage, 2 heal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So make sure you click on your. Oh, it's already triggered itself. You're good. Yeah. So click both of them twice then.
All right.
And go ahead and explain what happens.
All right. So, seeing how he doesn't have his weapon or anything, he just like gets ready to go in for like close quarters combat with this guy. He does a jab to his body, then an uppercut to his chin, and both of the marks where he makes contact start radiating this red light that seems to be like shooting out of him in the mark of a diamond. And after he does these hits, he takes another step back. He's like smiling, almost looking refreshed from what he just did, and the enemy he hits looks off put because of this.
Yeah, make sure you do the effect if you. Oh, you already did it. Okay, and then make sure you.
Yep.
I guess you don't have any heals to do. So you see him come in, and his hands are like glowing as he's hitting this thing, and as he does, like the skeleton takes a knee for a second, and he stands up, and he turns, and he looks at Batsu. Vakta, you are strangely compelled to duel this thing, even though Vardrak told you to go.
Neat. I'm gonna take another swing at the thing and act like I just plain didn't hear Vardrak.
So, just status quo?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. Cool. Da-da-da.
And as you hit him, he doesn't even turn to acknowledge that you just hit him. Ukto failed her death save.
Cool.
Vardrak, your turn.
He's having Asha run as far as she can to come and get Ukto.
Let me see real quick.
But in the meantime,
Hold on. Where is Ukto at? Ukto is here, which is 100 feet away. What's her run speed? 60. So she can, on a dash, get all the way there. All right, your turn.
okay. Fuck. Okay. But if I do that, then fuck. Fuck. Oh, that doesn't work anyway. All right. This is. Fuck it. Take a swing. Guessing that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Wait, why am I clicking? Let me just do it like this.
That
Alright,
too
what
is
about
a miss.
That's a miss too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All done.
All right.
Is it not putting him at disadvantage?
Did you click the
He
effect on
has
him?
it on. He has it on him.
Oh, it's disadvantage to attacks or to he has it. So if someone's attacking him, he has disadvantage against the saves. Should it be full disadvantage? Should it be? I'm asking you.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I can roll another one. Just to see. Okay, so he would have missed. I'll go ahead and blurp that back.
Blurp, blurp.
Blurp. 1. And I guess I could just do it this way. Ooh. He's already at disadvantage, so... Let's put him at more disadvantage. More disadvantage! What did he roll? An 11?
Hold on, he missed me. I'm doing my fighter riposte thing.
Okay.
So there's that. And oh,
What the hell is all that?
Both of those hit. All right. And then boop. All right. John, go ahead and roll me a d20. Melissa, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh, I knew it was coming, but I didn't want it to.
Sin, go ahead and roll me d20. Actually, hold up. You rolled a 15, John. What am I doing? I should not have done that on a 15. I apologize. This building is completely engulfed at this point. John, go ahead and roll me another one. All right. Batsu, your turn. The fire immediately to your right is starting to grow a little bit, but you're noticing the house just beyond that one. Like, the people have ran out, like, there's flames actually coming from the inside, crawling up the outside windows.
Are like the people here, are they just watching, or are they actually trying to get water to extinguish these flames?
There is no well or anything for them to get water. The only water that they have are in small quantities in like water skins.
Is there a Buathor that can cast, split himself into like 6 of him and create water?
They can only create water skins. Nobody has the ability to create any mass amount of water.
I think it creates like 6 gallons.
What are we talking about? Create water?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right.
You either create or destroy water. Create water. You can create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container. Alternatively, water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, extinguishing its close. There you go. Okay.
There we go. Yep.
It'd be real convenient right now.
Would be, right?
Because, I mean, my man just sitting back, chilling, watching this happen. We about to have some words.
I don't see the problem here. I thought you guys had this.
It was such a good fight. What did Vakta do with the dagger?
I imagine she's still fighting with it stuck in her shoulder.
Alright, Batsu like runs past this thing, goes up to Vakta, rips it out of her shoulder.
Ow.
So she didn't take it out. And did he cast that over there?
No, I have to draw it out, so I have to like be able to actually do something with it.
Wrong spot.
I made it rain. Okay, well, over here.
You didn't specify.
Quick, make it rain. Over here towards the fire.
That was my last spell slot. Fuck.
All right, did that miss? That missed on.
Yeah, you know that fucking missed. You don't have to ask.
Oh, that one didn't.
Oh, hey, what?
In addition to standard critical damage, you knock the target prone. So go ahead and do your damage roll. It did nothing.
Awesome. All right, action surge.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
All right, where is it? Fury of Blows.
That's a hit. As you're this guy's just walking towards you, and you just keep punching at him, and he is just not even responding to the fact that you just did that.
Step the fuck down.
Vakta, you could give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? I am not wise.
For some odd reason, you still feel, even though you realize that you're not doing anything to this guy, you still feel compelled to duel it.
Cool. I'm just flat out dropping the scimitar and switching to my rapier.
Okay.
See if this does anything.
It misses.
Cool. That's my turn.
Ukto is
Hey.
no longer unconscious and has 1 hit point.
Probably should have been taking better care of that.
And Asha lugs her up and let me see here. Moves away from her at half speed. All right, Vardrak.
Fucking great. Let's see. Jesus Christ, even with advantage. Okay. That's a hit, right?
That's a hit. Barely.
Fuck. Well, this is the last of the juice, so let's hope this does it.
You hit him with it, and he and he kind of turns and he looks at you, and he keeps marching forward towards Batsu.
I mean, his bitch ass on the ground right now, so.
No, he's not. He's not on the ground at all because the attack didn't do anything to him.
Oh.
Yeah, only attacks that actually do something can do an effect.
Forgot to put that on.
He twirls his blade around and he kind of cocks back and he looks at you, Batsu, and as you do, you just see this necrotic energy start crawling up the blade. Jesus.
Oh.
So, what I need you to do, have him targeted. Do your, grab your damage die, hold shift, grab your damage die, and just drop your damage die in the chat.
Whoops. I get that wrong.
It didn't do anything, so yes, you did.
Hold shift, grab it, and
There you go, and that'll do it as a critical. It did not do it as a critical. Did you hold shift the entire time you were doing that?
yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll one more damage. Not that it matters, because it's resisted. Seriously, did he just roll double fucking ones? Holy shit.
Pocket save.
Fantasy ground is against everybody equally.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. So before you guys start bitching about it was me doing this, just know
That we did to yourself.
just know that everybody
You did this so we wouldn't, bitch.
everybody is treated equally.
Kill my 50-foot demon. I'll show them.
John, go ahead and roll me a d20. All right, and Uathor casts his create water again and manages to fully extinguish the flames. The house takes 55% damage. So if the standard house cost is 2,500 coins, it's gonna cost 1,375 gold to repair.
All right.
Batsu, your turn. That's a hit. It does nothing. That's a hit. It does nothing. You like how I didn't even wait for you to do it? I don't think you guys are getting this, are you?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, stubborn.
That's one word to use.
Where is it now? Alright, that's it.
All right. Vakta, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Think wise thoughts.
Did I do it?
You're able to shake this feeling of uncontrollable rage, an unnatural uncontrollable rage. Your regular uncontrollable rage, you still feel.
I was gonna say, what will I feel now? Nothing.
As your mind clears, you gaze around for a moment to see Asha carrying a slumped over Ukto down towards the south. You're seeing Batsu just punching the shit out of this guy to no avail. You're seeing a winded Vardrak still attacking this thing, trying to get him off of Batsu. And you notice that it's raining all around you guys right now, just in this little area on the homes, and you're seeing them being put out of the fire and flames just bellowing about, or smoke just bellowing about.
Okay. Well. Clearly I don't need to worry about the fire anymore, so... That's a lot to take in at once. And how is this skeleton looking? Does he look like he's gonna collapse into a pile of bones and dust? Or does he just look like, I'm a skeleton?
I mean, you see that there's like hunks of his armor that have been broken off and they're on the ground, and you can see through this rusty metal to his exposed skeleton underneath. You see that there's like fragments of like tattered hair that has fallen off from him being beat about. But he still is just swinging feverishly at Batsu.
How many people are milling about? Like, how many people are around? Has everybody run off? Or
Yeah, everybody is pretty much left right now except for Uathor. He kind of urged everybody back to make way after he's seen that huge burst of fire that shot out.
All right. Well. Yeah, I'm sprinting over to Uruthor.
Boop boop ba doop boop boo.
Gotta check on our people. Brodrock's got this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. Seriously.
Right, babe?
Oh, I got this.
All right. Ukto is hurting. Ukto she stops Asha. She's like, wait. And she slides off of Asha for a second. Do. And she heals herself a little bit, and then she heads back over with an eyesight of Vardrak. What's Asha doing?
Asha's going to run back with her and just kind of stay close.
All right, Vardrak, your turn.
All right, so let's see how the dice feel right now. Ooh. All right. So
The blind will have no effect on him because he's already blinded.
Damn.
Blind. So
Hit his third eye.
what? Wow. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
All
Yeah.
right. What was all that? I don't know. But
That was all the effects of everything that you rolled on that turn twice because it was a crit.
okay. And then the green flame blade damage.
Are you supposed
Oh
to
wait,
do
was
that?
I supposed to run it?
You're supposed to do that during, yeah. So go ahead and when you hold shift, click and drag the damage, and hold shift the entire time until you drop it onto the canvas.
It didn't come up as a die. It just has like the little effect.
Oh yeah, because it does extra 3d8 when it's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, John! Why do you always break everything?
Oh, I'm the one who broke it.
Roll me 6d8.
All right. Okay.
Boom. Okay.
All right. And if it's still up, I'm going to take another swing. Probably a miss.
That's a miss. Yep.
All right. And done.
And as you hit it, it kind of drops to a knee. And it just starts laughing maniacally.
Cool. Always a nice thing to hear.
Right.
Hey, he's staggered. He can only do one action, so he laughed.
It's not an action, silly.
Yes, it is.
That's
I
not
think
an
so.
action, silly.
Whoops.
Why does it do this to me? Like the way I built this guy, it didn't actually build his things like his saves. Everybody go ahead and make a Constitution save, please. 8.
Hold on. I need to give.
I already got mine.
Used to have
Mhm.
my buff on. Okay. And is Vakta in there? No, she ran. Okay.
She's part of this circle still.
Right, but she's not inside of my little proximity thing.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, anyways, no, you know what? Let's not
6,
manually roll anything right now.
8, 5, 19. Anybody who rolled less than a 19. And let's see here. We
Well.
have.
Good job, Ukto.
Yay, Ukto! That makes one of us.
Right.
So let me remove Ukto. This thing explodes into all this like thick green smoky, like almost like a greenish brown cloud, and you see these little particles that are floating through it, and as it does, it knocks everybody within this range on their ass, and you just see this sediment that starts to fall down like dust. As there's nothing left except for fragments of metal and a couple bones. And immediately as this thing explodes, you see the blade of the scythe just come back in.
Vardrak is just like, he seems kind of out of it, and he just looks at it. It's like, is that the way we're playing then? Okay, understood. He puts on his
Do you actually
bat.
say that, or are you just thinking it?
He says this, but in plain common.
And as you sheath it, you hear it say, "We'll have another discussion soon."
He doesn't respond. He's just like limping back into. He's checking. He's like looking at the damage, making sure everyone is alive.
Alive, but beat up.
He just looks at Uathor and says, "Oh, well done. I'm gonna." And then he just
He just nods yes, like, yeah,
off.
You should.
Yeah, he just stumbles his way away.
All right. And what's everybody else doing now?
I'm going and checking on the people individually, talking to each person, making sure that they're okay. Trying to find the owners of those houses.
You could pretty clearly see the ones that were affected by it. They're kind of standing nearby, and like as soon as everything clears and you guys start walking away, you see them like run up and they're assessing the damage.
I offer to help them pull anything that survived out of their houses. They are welcome to stay at my house. Or I can pay for their lodgings at the tavern if the tavern has any rooms open. Like, I'm just like, what can we do?
They take your help, and for the most part, it's just, some soot damage. The only house that really seems like it really had any kind of real loss to it is the house directly north of where you're standing. It has some actual some damage to the roofing. It burned some of the wooden shingles off, and as you go inside and look up, you could see the sky clear through it.
Yeah, I offer the person or family or whoever lived there to stay in my house so I can pay for their lodging to the tavern if there's a spare room.
There
I
is
feel
room
bad.
there is room at the tavern.
Okay.
Vardrak, did you go to the tavern?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. You see Vakta walking in with some of the citizens, and they're just sobbing, and the husband's got the wife, and he's trying to console her. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. We'll get everything repaired."
He actually he's just got his hand, like his head in his hand, and he's cradling this huge mug with the other hand, and he's just not really moving.
I hand the couple 50 gold, and direct them to Selfie's store when they get a chance, and to get new clothes and stuff, or replace anything that was lost in the fire.
Okay.
And if they need more, don't be afraid to ask.
They're like, we don't have enough to be able to pay for these repairs, though.
I'll work on it. I'll figure something out.
Thank you so much.
No, of course.
And they get their room and they head off. You see Ukto kind of limping her way in there. How do you guys do this all the time? Did you ever just want to just take a nap, just read a book?
Yes.
A nap
always sounds good.
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go do that. And she just slowly turns around with her head kind of held low, and she just walks out.
Okay.
And Uathor and Zumanor both come in, and they walk up next to Vardrak. What was that?
Vakta comes over and sits down next to him.
He's like, I don't even know where to begin with that. But it seems this weapon wants to take anything of importance from me, and it is claiming responsibility for the skeleton.
Oh.
But you both, I guess, will be happy to know that the demon by Sea Bluff has been dealt with.
Yes, we wanted to talk about that, but didn't really have time before the thing just... Where did it even come from?
I don't know, but I have to put an end to this. We're going to... I have to fulfill my end of the bargain. I'm going to head north of First Light. The Dragon Donovan that helped us in the fight, he's going to need what remains of his treasure back, and we're going to go to his lair, retrieve that, bring it to him, and wherever he's making his new lair somewhere close by. And then after that, I think at least I need to stay away from town for a while until I figure this out.
Well, I think that we need to make sure that we can do what we can to bring the people's trust back to Dragonkind.
Yes, of course. Whatever the two of you come up with, he just like stops and he just like starts chugging his ale and it's just like running down his mouth, and he finishes it, slams it down, and says, just take care of it. And then he just stumbles out.
And what's Batsu doing this whole time?
As soon as the fight ended, then he's seen everyone walking away. He went back to the refugee camp in the front of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the tent that his group's at, and he's just sitting in there right now.
All right. And Vakta, after Vardrak just stumbles out, what are you doing?
Following. Seeing where he's going, and if it's not my house, then I'm dragging him back to my house.
Yeah, he's
Our
going
house.
into our house.
I mean, technically, the pin still says Vakta's house.
Whatever.
It is my house.
Not about to change that. Fuck that. Yeah, he gets up to the room and he sits down. He just starts taking his armor off slowly.
Are you going to be okay?
This is he says, and he's like, he gets up and he just starts pacing back and forth. He doesn't really give an answer.
Okay. Clearly the answer is no. What are we going to do about it?
You see him he yells out with such ferocity, like you haven't heard him like this pissed in a long time, and he just starts wailing like fist after fist into the wall.
She like gets uppity for a moment and is just like Podrak!
Yeah, he goes in like a solid like 30 seconds unless you do something in between.
Is it an interior or exterior wall?
Well,
The interior.
That's more easily fixed. It's more easily fixed. I can deal with this.
Although I guess it's up to Cliff if he punches through it or not.
I want to know which wall it... Did you say you went into our room?
Yes.
I wonder if it's the walls of the secret passage.
Probably not.
go ahead and roll an attack roll. Oh yeah. Go ahead and give a D8.
Diapers.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's smashing holes in the wall basically with every hit.
Or he's focusing on like one area. He's not just like going down the line. Ah!
No. I'm just saying, like, where you're hitting though, like you're just seeing like the wood like caving underneath your fists, just boom, boom, boom.
And then he finally stops and he's just breathing hard and just staring at the hole and still not saying anything.
Fox is gonna tentatively put like a hand on his. I should have giggled, but I saw that and I was like, 69.
Wow.
I'm really tired. Fox is gonna walk up and tentatively put a hand on his shoulder and see how he reacts to that first.
You just feel his breathing like really heavy, but he doesn't like flinch or react.
She's going to wrap her arms around him in a hug. That seems like the best course of action. Just big hug.
His breathing is like really like big, like inhales and exhales, and then as you do that, like it starts gradually slowing down. But he still hasn't said anything.
We'll find how to fix this. We always find a way to fix things. Most of the time. Occasionally. We'll find a way to fix this.
It wants to take you and this town away from me because I won't bend to its will.
Well, I know you're not going to let that happen. And you know I'm not going to let that happen. So I think we'll be okay.
I want to fulfill what I agreed to for Donovan. And then I'm going to have to deal with this. I can't let it keep endangering you and everything that we've built.
Won't doing that just endanger you?
That's fine.
That's not fine.
Our kingdom will still have you, and that's what matters. Just like we talked about before. It's just going to happen a lot sooner than we expected.
Yeah, well, like I said before, we're going to find a way to deal with this, and that's not going to be it.
He then turns and he goes to sit back on the bed. He finishes taking off the rest of his armor. And then he's kind of lays down under the covers and turns over. Doesn't say anything else.
And I take it you guys are going to be sleeping after that?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. Sin, what's Batsu doing this whole time?
Okay. Yeah, as soon as he gets himself settled into the tent, he's just like laying back, talking to whoever's there. Like he got his head up, arms behind his head. He's like, these people are crazy, man. They go chasing after a dragon, try to fight a demon, and in the middle of some speech, the skeleton falls out of the sky.
Who are you talking to?
Probably Choto would be the one to follow him.
Okay. So, we gonna stick around for a bit, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're sticking around. There's, like I said, there's something going on here. I want to figure it out. Have you heard anything about Wild and Ace yet?
I heard back from. Would they refer to each other as their card names, or would they refer to each other as their names?
Their names, but
Okay.
Batsu's just
Okay.
out
I
of
just
it right
making
now.
sure. So he's like, I heard back from Dante, and word is that we might have a lead on something. But I'll have to wait till tomorrow to be able to find out for sure. But if all goes well, we should be able to fall in a little bit of money here.
All right. As soon as we can start making money again, the better off everything's gonna be. Get out of this fucking shit shack of a tent. From what I've seen, this place doesn't have a sewer system or any kind of big buildings we can kind of sneak into the back of. I'm going to try to talk to them, see if we can get our own building set up, maybe like some shop, and we can work out of the back of that.
Well, just let me know what you need.
But if we can, yeah, if we can get some money sooner, that'll make it all go faster.
Yeah. Did you you see that little blonde elf that moved into town?
Would he be referring to what's her name?
Ara.
Yeah, Ara.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about her?
He kind of gets close to you. He's like, "You think I got a chance?"
You know what? Probably. I'll tell you what, I'll introduce you to sometime. I've talked to her.
Oh, she's gonna be so into me. Like, it's gonna be like, "No, get away, lady." You'll see.
Just, I know you don't like it, but bulk yourself up when you're around her. I think she'll like that.
What? What do you? I'm already buff. He like flexes. Like, look at this muscle.
Okay. Okay. You flip books hella fast with that.
What? You know what? How about this? How about this? How about we arm wrestle? We'll prove it right now.
All right. Ugh. This sits up.
Go ahead and do a strength check. And he's like, boom! You slam his hand down. No fair. You leaned into it.
I just fought a demon and some skeleton. You have no excuses. Like I said, bulk yourself up.
No.
It'll do you some good.
He kind of rolls away from you. It's fine. Just you just introduce me to her.
I got you. And what time of day is it right now? It's like late.
It's like early evening, 7, 8 o'clock at this point. The sun is down. The chill of the night starting to creep in.
All right, yeah, he's gonna go to sleep early.
Are you gonna actually do the rest, or are you gonna practice your blacksmithy?
No, he's resting.
Okay. All right, then I assume that everybody is resting, so I can just go ahead and do this. So you guys wake up extra early due to you being to bed so early. So it's like 5. The sun's just starting to creep over the horizon. Ukto's already out doing her prayers.
I'm gonna say by the time Vakta wakes up, Vardrak is not in the room with her.
That's rude.
I don't get to see the morning routine.
No, not this morning.
She's gonna look over the house for him.
He is not there. His armor is gone.
Alright, guess I'll get dressed and do my own thing.
And what is Vardrak doing?
He's having an early meeting with Zuminer and Uathor, laying out like what he wants to have happen, which I'll send you that separately.
Zoomer's like, what time is it? Why are you banging on my door? There's no light even creeping through the cracks.
Let's get some things sorted out.
Okay, hold on.
Because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have.
What, you got plans to go somewhere, or?
Something like that.
He walks up and unlatches the door and lets you in. So, what do I owe this pleasure?
I need to know if you have anything in your books about the location of Mount Celestial.
I mean, I've read stories of it, but it's not like it's a place that you can just go to. You'd have to have someone that would know how to either take a portal there, or you'd have to know a Celestial.
Okay, well, we don't happen to have one of those. Where would one find one, or how do we get one's attention?
I don't know. All the stories say that Celestials come during times of great strife, so now would be...
What do you call what we've been experiencing?
I agree with you, but I do not control that, though. This is... The unfortunate thing about these books is most of the time they are penned by mortal, oftentimes by one that has not seen the true happenings.
Bards and storytellers, yes, I know.
But I have a few tomes I could comb through, see if there's any clues or anything that they give me, but that's the best I could do.
All right. Any information you can provide, because I need to get there soon.
Wait, you're trying to actually go to Mount Celestial?
Yes.
You do realize your heritage, correct?
I'm well aware, but also I'm aware I have no other choice.
There's always choices, but that choice sounds like suicide.
Maybe, but not going there is certain death as well.
Kind of like slumps back into a chair.
I knew one of theirs somewhat. One of their little human hybrid things. She saved my life once, and I'm hoping maybe that allows me to at least gain an audience with them.
Are you saying you know an Asari?
ASMR.
Same diff.
It's long. It was at the original temple, and I don't know if she's alive or not.
Well, if you know how to find her, that would be probably your best bet with getting some sort of an answer.
I would have no clue. A week after she saved me, that's when the Paladin Order showed up and destroyed the original temple.
Well, I have unfortunately not heard much of ASMR's and Amethil.
Yeah, I've never run into another one myself, so. But the Queen of Durian mentioned it, so I agree that that's probably our best shot to find at least something to help combat this and help me with my situation as I find myself with a weapon that refuses to cooperate, that's supposed to kill gods, but doesn't do that, but rather works against me in every way that it can.
Well, I've heard bard songs of ASMR's and Nir Alu, but
Where is that?
that's a 10 or so day journey to the west of here, but you would have to find a vessel.
We've got that covered.
Well, if you have access to a ship, that's an option, but again, it's just bardic tale, so whether there's any truth into it or not, I don't know.
That's the most that we have to go on right now, so I'm gonna have to pursue that.
Like I
In the
said,
meantime,
I'll go through the books and see if I can find any other info for you.
excellent. We're going to be heading out when the sun completes its rise for the day. We'll be back in a few days, and then we'll probably have to leave out immediately again.
And where are you going this time?
Well, to fulfill a bargain I struck with that dragon that you saw.
Well, I hopefully will have more answers by then.
He's going to be moving close by. His presence around here should hopefully keep most of the threats away.
Well, let's hope so.
And
The town could use some time with peace.
yes, and we will hold a celebration. Let's plan for that. It's about 3 days there, 3 days back. Hopefully we don't get sidetracked. Maybe in about a week. Let's have a celebration here. Let's get the spirits raised around here. This is we've killed the demon to the north that destroyed Sea Bluff, and we've declared ourselves a kingdom. We need to celebrate this. This is monumentous. We'll make a holiday out of this.
I concur. What are we to do with the Morley household? It's the one that was destroyed partially in the fire.
We're still clearing out trees. Continue doing that and use the wood. Take a portion of the amount we get and bring it over to, repair that house.
Well, I spoke
Whatever
with-
funds that you need from the treasury, just, I'm sure it can't be hopefully too bad.
Well, I spoke with Alok, and he said that by his estimate, it would be around 1,500 gold worth of wood, maybe a little less that would be needed. We have the surplus of wood, we just wouldn't be able to sell it.
Send to the woodcutters to reshape for whatever we need to rebuild the section of the house that was destroyed. I'm going to be trying to arrange a deal to get us more funding. And this will be before our second trip. Hopefully during the celebration. So what I will need you to do is send invitations to Queen of Durian, the head mage, and the chef in the mage's tower there.
The Queen of
Especially.
Durian?
Yes. Let her know that I'm inviting her personally because there is going to be a change to the kingdom.
He kind of chuckles a little bit. So you do see the irony in me inviting her from you personally.
She will know it's from me.
Very well.
She won't want to miss this.
He's just writing down everything that you're saying.
All right. And whatever you can do to figure out what of the refugees want to be a part of our new civilization, great, but make sure we get it established, who wants what jobs and everything that we talked about. Let's get this everything moving as quickly as possible.
Will do. I will get on these invitations today, and I will start vetting out the citizens and assigning tasks where I can.
Excellent. And tell the queen to bring her piggy bank.
He's like writing, and he's like stops, and he's like, I'm not putting that on there.
In your own words.
And he just sighs and keeps writing.
Then he heads out, and he's going to be heading to Selfie Shop.
All right. And mind you, sun's still not up yet.
Well, he's going to check to see if it's open.
Okay. If you wait a little bit, after about a half hour or so, her shop would be open.
Okay. He's just outside the door, like, doing push-ups.
Can't do that at home.
Well, he's got his shit on right now, so it's not as a show as it would be normally.
She opens the door. Why are you naked?
Rocco's very disappointed in you.
She like opens up the door and sees you, and she's like, "Good morning."
He's like, "Oh yes," gets up. So, I needed to see if you would sell something to me.
Okay.
I need to know if somewhere within the things you sell, you have anything to something I can work out with to make myself more durable.
Well, are you looking to just increase strength? Or are you looking to increase your speed? What do you mean by more durable?
Be tougher.
Like to be able to take a hit better?
That's right. I take them pretty good now, but I feel like there's always room for improvement.
I couldn't agree more with that. I don't really have anything particularly for that, but I'm sure we could figure something out. Between myself or possibly Malin, I'm sure he could probably create something for you. Maybe like some extra weights for your shoes or something that you could carry on your back.
You mean the smith?
Yes.
Uh, is he open? Is he open the same time as you?
He should be opening around now.
Perfect. How's the setup for the markets coming, by the way?
Well, we put in the word for it. It's just right now about getting people. We need to get people that we can trust to be able to run these ancillary markets. And once we do that, we'll be good.
All right. Well, tell you what, I'm going to be leaving here shortly. Either you or maybe anyone that's working for you. Do you have employees yet? You should get employees.
Well, don't yet. Main focus lately has been with assisting with keeping the refugees fed and hydrated while they're building the walls, and haven't really had time to stop and think about my shop.
Well, make that a higher priority. I want you to get this place going because we're going to need the money to start flowing through here as soon as possible. You are one of the highest priorities that I have.
I can do that, yeah.
And while you're out with the refugees today, I need you to seek out 2 people for me. One of them I know is there. He's a mage. He helped us get to Sea Bluff earlier. Yeah, he was the only one that seemed to be out there, but I want to offer him a job. And the second is a little gnome. He owned a alchemy shop in Sea Bluff. I want to see if he made it here because we took some things from his shop and I need to inform him of this.
Well, I haven't seen any gnomes, so I don't think he's there, but I will look for the mage.
Thank you. And then he turns and leaves, and he's going to head for the shop to try and get, his con stuff. But we can see what everyone else is doing.
Yep. So, Vakta, have you actually got out of bed yet?
Yeah, I was getting out of bed, getting dressed, probably just heading out to go get breakfast. See if that family is up yet. I have gold to hand them.
I like money. So yeah, I mean, as you go into the tavern, you see that they're, it's actually like pretty packed right now. There's tons of refugees that are eating, people that are getting ready to actually go out and do their dailies. And you do locate the family.
Okay. Are they eating yet? Can I buy them breakfast?
They're already eating.
Well. I'm going to walk up and ask if I may have a seat at their table.
No, they're like, yeah. We actually have some extra here. Have some of our food.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. I will place an order in a minute. I actually wanted to offer you the king, that's weird to say. The king and I have been adventuring and finding ways to better everyone here, and so I've got a buildup of gold. I'd like you to have at least this until I can make more, anything I can do to help you guys out. And I set out a coin purse that has 700 gold in it.
And the man looks at the pouch and he opens it up and his eyes just grow huge.
Yeah, I would suggest keeping that safe.
we can't possibly accept this.
Oh, you most certainly can.
And they like look at each other.
It's the least I can do. I mean, if we had killed that creature that attacked just a bit sooner, your house would have been fine. Unfortunately, we were lacking. And I just want to make sure that all of our people are safe. Anything I can do to help is of the utmost importance.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. What are your names? I didn't get them yesterday. I apologize.
And they're like looking at each other and they're still like just geeking over everything. And he's like, well, my name is Ninthalor and Ninthalor Mori, and this right here is my wife. Her name is Edna.
I'm making a note of that. Okay. Hi, and I'm Vakta. I've been in and out of town for a couple years now. I'm originally from Durian. But it's so nice to see how much larger this town is and how much it's expanded.
Definitely.
Have you always lived here? She's just making small talk.
Yeah. They're like, no, we
make the people like me.
we came here about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh, well, welcome to the town.
Well, anything that you guys need us to do, I mean, just let us know. I heard Zuminer said yesterday that he would work on getting the house fixed, and with what we have here, you know, that's more than enough, I assume.
I don't know if that's enough to fix everything, but I think it's enough to at least make a start.
Well, thank you. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, of course. And she's just gonna make small talk. If anyone else walks by, she's just like being social, talking to people, just making like, if anybody's like eating alone, she might walk over and say hi to them. She's being as charismatic and like, we're gonna fix it. Like, don't worry about what happened yesterday. We got it.
You know, you walk up to some people and they're just like,
Use those charisma rolls.
Sure, I've got those.
And what is Batsu doing right now?
As soon as he gets up, he like works out for 10 minutes and he wakes the rest of his group up. He is getting the 3 that are there with him right now and saying that we need to go talk to some people. So he leads them in town and does his best to find Vakta.
I mean, as it is early and whatnot, I mean, I would assume that you would look in the tavern first.
Yeah, if not at her house first, then the tavern.
Yeah, so I mean, the house you go to is empty. So you head over to the tavern and you see her there, and she's like sitting at a table with this couple, and she's just talking to them.
Yeah, so I'm in the doorway, like peeking in. Like, can I have an audience with the Queen, please?
That is in character. She just sighs and just like, it was nice talking with you. Just have a good day if I'm maybe excused. And she gets up and follows him out.
So yeah, as soon as you see him, he's followed by 3 like fully robed figures that are hiding their faces. Can we go to your house to talk? Do you have your Queen's Maiden with you?
Handmaiden, and she might be home.
He's like checking his hair as he says that.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's go check the house and see if she's there. Why not?
She is not. After you told her to, try to start building the network, you haven't really seen her since then.
He like nudges one of the people. I'm like, she's not here, man. You can calm down
He's
now.
all got his chest puffed up, and he's like,
Okay, what's going on?
he kind of like slips in front of Batsu, and he's got this like mask over his face, like a scarf, and he's like, "My queen, such a pleasure to meet you."
She looks at Batu and just like...
He has the biggest smile right now.
He like holds out his hand. He's like, "My name's Chodo."
What was that?
Chodo.
Like, I just didn't hear you, Cliff.
Chodo. Chotto.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Chodo. You may just call me Vakta. And she takes his hand and just shakes it, like just a firm handshake.
He just grabs it and he like kisses the back of it. And like as he like pulls his mask down to do it, you see that he like looks super young.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Then Batsu just smacks him on the back of the head.
What?
These are the contacts I was telling you about. This is my family.
He's like,
And he looks back and gives them a nod so they can take off their robe.
who all's with you at this point?
Toto, Hitch, and Magami.
Okay. So as Chodo takes off his face wrap and then he pulls his hood back, you see that he's a changeling as well. But he doesn't appear to be making any attempt to really like change into anything else. He's just in his regular changeling form. And you see one of them pull their hood back, and you notice that it's a woman. She looks younger. She has an eye patch on. And her characteristics, they look sort of humanish, but different, and you can't really tell, but you've never seen someone who looks quite like her. And she's like, "It's a pleasure. My name is Magami. And this is my brother Hitch." And Hitch pulls back his hood, and his face is just all wrapped in bandages. All that you can see are his eyes. And he nods at you.
I nod back.
So he grabs Choto by like the top of his head and like shakes him. This is my brother. These two twins. They have been with me as far back as I can remember. I have two more that are out right now. They're gathering intel, looking for any others from my group that may have survived. But for right now, here they are. That is about time I showed you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet those of you who are here. I would introduce you to my handmaiden, except she is also out gathering contacts, I assume. Is there anything I can help you guys with, or anything you were looking to find out?
He pushes Choto further in front of him. You said you had some information about some items that you could not remember. He may be able to help track those down for you.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't want to oversell it or anything, but probably.
That would be incredibly useful. How do you do that? Contacts or other means?
Mostly my good looks, but secondary are my contacts.
She kind of looks at Batsu. Humble, this one.
And handsome.
Incredibly humble. It reminds me of someone who's not here right now.
But he's pretty smooth.
Unlike someone. Don't shake your head at me, John.
Absolute smoothness.
So, when do we get to meet the king?
Well, he had already left by the time I got out of bed this morning, so he's probably about town somewhere.
Do we need to send out an all points bulletin for him?
No.
And he like looks over at Batsu.
I'm sure he's fine. We can. Vakta looks around. Is Asha in sight or no?
No. You haven't seen Asha since the battle.
So, and he takes a seat. These are going to be my main people once I get this whole thing started. I'm gonna hopefully someone ends up clearing up Sea Bluff. If it's left unoccupied for long enough, you think we might be able to go in and claim it? That's a talk for another day. Yeah, we're gonna get people situated in the towns that we have here. Trying to get a network going in each town and have everything come to us. My main person for starting these is going to be Megami, assisted with her brother. And if there's anyone in the way, that's what I have the other two that are currently out right now for. But Choto here, he's not really going to leave much. He's more...
I'm the leader.
Mind of... He smacks him again for information. If he goes down, our supply of information for everything outside of Amethil goes down with him.
Good to know.
So, what I need from your handmaiden is everything she knew about what used to go on in Durian. With that information, these two can go get that started again, get more members, and rebuild the whole thing.
Okay. I will, if I see her before we leave, I will pass it on to her.
Can I touch your
If
horn?
What?
Huh?
I honestly didn't hear what you said, Cliff.
He just looks over at Batsu.
He's like, really?
I'm gonna.
So, what do you want started up here? What would you allow us to do? I know, like, running things in town is usually frowned upon by thieves guilds, but
Don't shit where you eat, yes.
yeah, if this can be considered a sanctuary for us, then I'm pretty sure all of us would be willing to help make it grow.
Well, the only other place that I care about being off limits, per se, is, there is the Dragon Lair. That's northeast of here. That's probably under some lava right now, but regardless, leave Dragon Lairs alone. Do not touch their treasure. Let it be.
He looks.
It's not worth it.
He looks back. He looks back at the group. You guys gonna go steal some stuff from a dragon?
I have met complete idiots before,
I mean,
so forgive me for stating the obvious.
I mean, what kind of dragon?
One that I am friends with. Leave it alone.
That's fair.
This is why you don't go out much.
I don't go out much because I'm busy cleaning up after you.
If you hear whispers of a dwarf named Herfru, tell that directly to me and nobody but me. That
That's
is
the one
information
you
that is information I would really like to hear about if you hear anything. I wouldn't go out searching for it, because that might put your ass in danger. Other than that, plain simple, don't shit where you eat. I mainly would like information right now. Whatever you can find on anything you think might be important to, what should we call it? Dracarius?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I almost called it Clemens.
You don't even know where you live?
That's
That was so yesterday.
that was so like 12 hours ago.
that's what this place is called now. The Kingdom of
Yeah.
Dracarius.
Yeah.
The kingdom that you're the queen of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
that one.
And then in Dwarvish, Choto says, "Should we tell her about the plan?"
Yeah, for now. Just a few ones to gain her trust.
So he just immediately blurts out, "So we're working on a big plan right now. We got people that are all over the place, and we might have some intel on a gambling den in Durian, and we could probably get some good money off of it."
Go for it. Be safe. Have fun.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but you know, money.
Shinu and Dante are on there right now, right? Or have they not started yet?
Well, Dante was saying that he had to talk to somebody about it, had to talk to an elf. He gave me a name. I don't remember it. But he said that he would get back with me tonight and let me know the full details of it. But it sounded like it was a pretty good hit.
I mean, it probably is. All the gambling I knew of is probably as dead as the owner of that bar. What was the name of that bar anyway? Anyway, that closed 3 years ago, so maybe they put something new in its place.
She's not very good with names.
Well, I haven't exactly been in Durian in 3 years, even if it wasn't 3 years to me. I remember the names that are important to me.
Just remember my name, Chodo.
I will remember you, Chodo.
And let me know when let me know when your friend comes back. She's an integral part of the plan.
Boxer just looks at Batsu and just what?
Bossy was speechless.
Just smiling.
Okay.
Only if she wants to be. Is
Oh.
that clear?
Well, yeah. I mean, of course we have to get her like agreeance to do it.
Okay.
She totally bought that.
Tell me more about these things I just bought.
You bought the help of the best network on Amethil.
You are the worst liar on Amethil.
That's because I don't need to lie.
So, are we gonna need to run any of this by Vardrak, or is it just gonna be a
Don't
us
worry
and
about
you?
him. Just don't worry about him.
Okay.
We should run it by him.
No, he doesn't
Yeah,
need to.
I want to.
God.
I want to introduce them at least. That way, I don't want to have
Yeah.
Vardrak going complete berserk on these people.
Yeah, kind of don't want to piss the king off.
You could just tell him to, speak to his wife.
I mean, it would be just probably better if he knew before it got to that point.
Mm.
He just killed a
Bunch of
demon, so
kiss ass.
like I don't.
Yeah, all a bunch of kiss ass. Alright, we can either wait here until he comes back or we can go out and try to find him. I don't know where he's at.
I'm pretty sure these guys don't mind waiting in a house after being in a tent for so long.
I mean, you guys have food, right?
Cliff, do I have food in my house?
Empty ass cabinet.
Does the king and queen have food in their house? Probably.
To be fair, I have lived in this house for all of 2 days.
Well, right, but everything was set up for you before you got there.
That is fair. So, yeah, sure. The cabinets are over there. Help yourself.
Batsu starts getting some food out too.
I don't care. I find a bottle of wine. If
I'll take
it's
some of that.
truly my house, then they need to stock lot one.
And what the hell? Wait.
I don't know what's going on.
It's hot again.
Chato grabs wine too.
Yep, just gonna keep an eye on that.
This boy.
He's just watching Vodka drink, and he's like trying to keep up, like trying to be like.
That is.
Every time she takes a
That's
drink, he
funny.
takes a drink.
He thinks he can keep up.
He doesn't think he can keep up, but he's gonna try.
I'm gonna destroy this boy.
Yep, I'm just not planning on doing anything else until Vardra gets here.
All right. So, as you go to the shop and you're talking to the blacksmith, Vardrak, and you run over the plan, he's like, "Well, we could put some lead linings in your boots, and we could put on some extra leather straps on your armor that could put weight inside of it to help you build up. That should help with you building up your stamina, being able to catch your breath, and the extra weight from you carrying it around will make you tougher." Same thing my dad used to do to me and my brothers when we were younger.
Can it be adjusted so once I get used to one setting, I can adjust the straps and then keep improving more?
Oh yeah, we just gotta get heavier metal.
Okay.
We can start you off with some lead. It's a little bit lighter, but if you're not used to carrying that extra weight, 20 pounds of lead added onto it's gonna feel like 1,000 pounds.
We may be going on a trip soon, so I want enough so that I can improve myself, a few times during the journey. Like, let's say 5 times.
So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's like pulling out like a counting square, and he's like trying to figure out. He's like, I don't know if I have enough material currently on hand for that much, but it looks like it would be right around 12,000 gold worth of material.
12,000. Wow. Okay. And Cliff, how much is in the treasury right now?
In the treasury is you have 15,693 available.
So I probably should.
King perks.
Right?
The king says, time to get swole.
Okay, he's going. Give me enough to get started for now. I don't want to build a whole thing, but give me enough to get started and to improve myself a few times, and I'll come back for the rest later.
Well, like I said, just give me your armor and your boots. He like pulls out these old like ratty like leather moccasins. He's like, put these on for now, and give me about an hour to put everything together.
Perfect. And one more thing, you hear like these footsteps of a four-legged creature coming up, and then Asha comes through the door.
Did you summon her?
Says, yes.
Well, geez, way to let me know.
Well, you were busy.
Busy running a world.
So this is my companion, in case you haven't met her before. I would like you to take measurements, and I would like her to have some sort of armor that can attach to her saddle. And then, like, when she ever needs to disappear, like, obviously that can't come with her, so it can just kind of, still be connected together to the saddle. But I want her to at least have some form of protection.
Okay. Just basic steel armor for her?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be completed now, but like I said, just get the measurements and we'll figure out pricing and everything later when I return.
Trying to figure out where the fuck I misspelled Batsu. And it's on a damn... I'm like opening up Photoshop and shit. Like, where did I do it wrong? It was on the notepad. Fixed. We're good. I got you. So yeah, so he's like apprehensively like measuring her. She's like looking over at him, and he's like, "Don't kill me."
After he's done taking the measurements and he's working on the boots, it's like she's sitting in front of Vardrock, and it looks like they're like having a conversation, but they're not saying anything. And then she just like kind of growls a few times, and he just shakes his head. And then finally she just gets up, walks out, and she's heading for Vakta's house.
What kind of armor did you have in mind for her?
Just something basic for now. Just so she can deflect any, some hits. I'll work on getting something fancier later.
Do you want, like, ring mail, chain mail, splint, plate?
Whatever you got.
Well, given her size... It looks like we'd have to use a little bit more material than what we'd have to do to armor a war steed, so you'd be looking at about 1,500 gold to get her suited.
Sounds good.
And that'll take me a few days to do.
Yes, of course.
Am I subtracting all this from the fucking
Yup.
armory? So we got what? You just doing one level, you said? So 2,000?
Yeah, one level for now. And the cost of the feet too.
So what did we say that was? Did I say 1,000 or 2,000? I think I said 2,000, but I might have said 1,000.
Oh, and he cashed in those rations, which you said for like 500. So
did you do that already?
At the tavern when he went there, yeah.
Did you actually
make sure that
you still got 103 rations on you, sir?
that should be 0. Hold on. Where the hell?
It's near the bottom where it says 103.
No. You move the stuff and things.
Well, yeah, I took it out of your fucking coin purse and put it in your backpack. So you don't be carrying around fucking rations in a coin purse, you weirdo. Didn't they teach you anything in the monastery?
Nah.
So we're talking about if we cash in the 500 for that. So you're looking at 5,000 total for the armor, the perk, and the amelioration.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll take you down to 10,693 gold.
Okay.
65,693. It's like playing Sim City, y'all. Okay, cool. So that's all set up there. And boop, boop, boo, doo, 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 doo.
And while he's waiting on his boot adjustments,
Yep.
Everyone who's in Vakta's house hears a big paw clawing at the door.
I get up and go over and open the door and just looked at Ukto like, not Ukto, Asha like, I need to have a freaking demon door installed.
It's like the size of the door. So.
It'll be fine.
She looks at her waist.
She's making these sounds at you like kind of like a lion, but like she's trying to say something in like these kind of roars. But you have no idea what the fuck she's trying to tell you. It doesn't look like she's in a panic. She's not trying to pull you or anything, but it looks like she has something she really wants to tell you.
Sweetheart, I don't understand you. I don't know if you can understand me. Get Vardrak's ass over here.
She like looks
Come inside.
Cocks her head sideways at you.
Yeah.
Vakta gestures for her to come inside and like throws her a treat. Like, just like, have some meat, whatever.
And she just like keeps following you around and keeps making those same sounds like she is trying to tell you something.
I don't understand.
Boss is like stuffing his face. Like, look, I got a demon.
Vakta looks over at him and is like, I think she wants me to follow her and she might be leading me back to Vardrak. So if you guys want to meet him, y'all can grab your food and follow me.
Alright guys, come on. Let's go. It gets like what he's eating and starts stuffing it in his pocket and stuff.
My God.
Yeah. Chado just grabs the wine. He's like walking with the wine.
How much wine? Did he just grab the rest of the bottle that he had, or?
He's just grabbed the cup that he was using.
Okay. That's fine. So, Vakta's gonna just gesture and be like, go Asha, just lead me, I don't know what we're doing. Just like, open the door and like, usher her out.
She starts walking back over to where Vardrak is.
Vakta's following, just like, alright, we're going here now. Cool.
And she like stops at the door and just looks inside. And when you walk up, he turns around like, did you need something?
And he's standing there with his armor off and his shoes off and these ugly brown moccasins on.
Behold the king.
He's like,
I thought you
this is the
needed
king?
me here. Asha was talking to me and I don't know what you were saying.
He like frowns and then he looks at her and then like he starts saying something in Draconic and then she like roars at him like pissed and then just kind of walks away.
Chodo just walks up and he's like, King Vardrak, my name is Chodo.
Oh. Yeah.
He's like, this one knows respect. I like this one. And he like shakes his hand.
I'm
squeezes it tight.
He's like, I'm brother of Batsu.
Oh,
Clearly,
you have a brother, Batsu.
Clearly, the more handsome one.
Bacta rolls her eyes.
I mean, clearly, but doesn't that determine by whatever face you decide to wear at the moment?
Oh, this is all me.
Oh, well, congratulations. Sorry, Batsu's got you beat.
He's just like, can everyone stop saying my name out loud like that, please?
Oh, well, you gave me like 3 different names. He called you Batsu, so I call you Batsu.
I thought this was a safe place. And he like, as
Yeah,
you say that, he like puts his hood up and pulls his cowl back over his face.
So what other family you have here?
And he like grabs Hitch and Megami and he like urges them forward. These are the twins, Hitch and Megami. Hitch
And-
doesn't talk, and Megami, she's my girl.
And as Megami pulls off her hood, Vardrak, you feel this lump in your throat and your heart begins to race as you realize that this woman standing in front of you is a ASMR. I'm gonna butcher that every time.
She's an ASMR but does not look familiar, correct?
Correct.
Okay. He's like just staring and his mouth is open like he was gonna say something, but he is just like frozen.
Batsu like kind of slowly steps in between them, like, is something wrong?
Where do you come from? He's like looking past you.
King's rude. Just asking where you're coming from.
Bacta just leans over. You get used to it.
She like kind of stops for a second and she smiles. And she's like, "Oh, what do you mean? I come from Sea Bluff."
No. Where are you originally from?
Sea Bluff is all I remember.
He walks up and he is like almost touching Batsu, like looking over him at her. Your people speak with the angel folk, right?
My people are what you're looking at here. We really only speak with one another.
No. I've met one of you before, and you said, which she said, there was like an angel or something that they communicate with somehow.
He like leans into Megami, like think he's talking about the nightmares.
And like her smile just wipes away. How would you know about that?
One from a long. Can I see your wings?
He like puts his arm over her and he looks at Hitch. You can if you want.
Yeah, you see the Hitch pulls his hood down and his face is all bandaged up. And he kind of like cracks his neck. And he looks around. And all of a sudden you just see these like bat wings just shoot out from his back.
You are not the same as her, are you?
And he shakes his head,
Twins.
yes.
Yes, twins. So you are an ASMR as well.
And he shakes his head, yes.
I thought you all had the feathery wings. Though I guess I'm no expert, being I've only met one before today.
And
It'd be like assuming all tieflings are purple.
how do you make a blue one? Inside joke.
Blue?
So she puts her hand on his shoulder and she's just looking at him and he's like nodding at her. And then his wings go away. And I don't know about any angels.
And I'm assuming you don't know where you come from either.
Like I said, I come from Sea Bluff.
Do you have nightmares too?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to the brother at this point.
Oh, he nods yes.
Tell me about them.
He just cocks his head sideways. She's like, he doesn't talk. But
Can he write?
he can.
I'm sorry, can you write? And she looks over at him. That was so rude of me. I am so sorry.
Like, yes.
Broderick's like, I apologize for her.
And she's like, yeah, yes, he can write, but we share the same dream.
Is it always the same dream?
It's always similar. And the name that I get from it is Seraphina.
So you're given a name, and it's always the same name, and it's Seraphina.
But she does not look like any angel that I've seen pictures and books of or heard stories of.
Well, I would imagine if I don't know anybody who's ever actually met or seen an angel, so.
Well, Seraphina is very stern and judgmental, and it's never anything happy or nice.
Well, it's fortunate for us that you two have crossed our paths then, because the fate of everything that has been happening here could rest on your ability to connect with this Seraphina.
I don't think that I would want to.
And I'm going to ask you to try. The next time that you have these nightmares, I want you to face it, reach out to it, see if you can make that connection. Because as bad as that nightmare is, the reality it could be far, far worse soon.
We can try.
Your best is all I can ask for. Are you sure you don't know anything beyond Sea Bluff of where you're from?
I mean, not really. Most of my life is hazy, and we were always on the move. And it wasn't until Sea Bluff that we had some place to hunker down and actually settle.
Have you ever come across any more like you? Perhaps a woman named... It's any more like you?
And she looks over at Hitch. No, just my brother.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and as I said, see if you can reach out and anything that you can, any information you can get from this. We're looking for a place called Mount Celestial, and we desperately need to get there. So if you can reach out to Serafina and get any sort of information.
I've never heard of a mortal going to Mount Celestial.
We've been some places that no mortals are supposed to go to either.
Chodo's like that cafe in Durian. Oh.
Something like that. But anyways, if you'll excuse me, you've given me a lot to think about. Vakta, we need to get moving. We have to get to the Dragon's Den.
The blacksmith's like, do you want...
Yes. Is that finished?
Yes. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh,
No,
yes.
please go in those lovely moccasins that you have on. They suit you so well.
They are a +1 in comfort.
Oh God, is he wearing Crocs?
He looks down at them. Like his clawed toenails just like pierce through them. Like, whoops. He like takes them off and like hands them back.
And he grabs your armor and he's like... like hands it over to you.
Grabs it.
You notice like a considerable amount of extra weight on him now.
Yeah, he's straps up and everything. Yeah, let's collect Ukto and Batsu, is that what we're calling you now?
For now, just call me Myth.
Okay. I'm just gonna call you Changer. So if you're coming with us,
You're gonna give him more names.
I'm giving him the name I'm sticking with.
If you see him with brown skin, it's Myth. If you see him with white skin, it's Batsu.
Great. All right, let's suit up and let's get ready to move.
He's like, and if you see him as like a red dragon-looking thing,
he's already walking out.
Batsu's gonna like peek in the blacksmith. He's like, "See you later, man."
it's like, you're not doing any work today?
Apparently, we need to go.
All right, well, you got your supplies. You should be adequate enough to finish working on that sword on the road if you need to.
Yep. When I get back, hopefully I can stop in and start something new.
All right, well, like I said, we need you to help out with getting everybody in the city armed, so don't shirk on your duties.
Yeah, and he like thinks about it for a second. He's like, "Hey, Chodo, talk to this guy for a second." And he pushes him in, closes the door, and walks away.
And as you guys make your way over to the temple, you see that that Ukto is in there sitting in like one of the pews, but she's no longer praying. She's just kind of like sitting there, like staring off at the scepter.
Vardrax is gonna come in, stand next to her, and are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the quiet.
The quiet. How long has it been since I've had quiet? She looks over at Vardrak. How long have I known you?
She's like, funny. That's the same thing I was thinking.
I don't get it. Anyways. We've had enough quiet. We need to go.
She just stands up and she's like, all right.
That is, if you're up for this.
Yeah. Quiet will always be there at the end.
That's one way to think about it. All right. He starts walking out, and like as he's walking past Asha, she's just like glaring at him and roars, and he looks at her and goes, "Enough!" And she just kind of keeps staring at him as he walks out. Then she looks back at Vakta, and it's like her eyes go from like this anger to like a more soft look.
What is she saying to you?
Nothing important. Let's go.
What is she saying to you?
He just keeps walking.
Vakta stops walking and looks at Batsu and Ukto and is like, no, we're staying. We're staying until he tells me.
Asha walks up and like sits her butt down right next to you.
My girl. I love her.
He turns around and says, "We don't have time for this. We need to get going as soon as we can so that we can get to Donovan's old cave."
Then you should tell me what's going on as quick as you can.
Can we talk about it on the road?
Will you talk about it on the road?
Sure, fine. Can we go, please?
Fine. And she starts walking and just goes, start talking.
Vakta, did you already pay for the room in the tavern that you said you would for me?
Cliff, did I? I thought I
know.
did.
Did you?
I think I did.
If you guys want me to start handling your money, I can do that too.
I know you pay for that family.
I paid for the family. Yeah, sure, I can say I did because I spent so long in the tavern anyway and just subtract more gold from my inventory. Why do I have 0 gold? I had 48.
Rip.
I didn't touch your money, so.
Maybe I mistyped when I was fixing the family stuff. Yeah, sure, how much does the room cost at the end? How much did I had 48 gold. How much did I subtract?
How much do you subtract from 48 gold from a room at the end? They're like 8 silver, I think.
Cool, I'm subtracting 80 silver in that case, and he can have 8 days.
10.
So he like puts a hand on Megami. Chodo's still with the blacksmith. When he comes out, get him. Go to the tavern. I should have a room there.
Yeah, so 80 silver will get you 10 days in a good room. Like a comfortable room, not one of those bullshit ass sleeping on the floor with a log as a pillow rooms. Which, fun fact, that is actually how medieval peasants slept. On hay, on the ground, with a log as a pillow.
Accurate.
Now you know. So yeah, that's fine. So she takes that and she goes off. And then you guys head out on your merry way.
Vardrak's gonna poke his head in the selfies to see if she found the mage.
She's like hanging up some product as you walk in. Oh, I did not go look for him.
That's okay. I'm sure you're busy. Just let him know that we want to hire him as a mage to be a permanent resident of the kingdom. And just, whatever he needs, you have the authority to get what he needs.
He's probably going to need a house.
He looks back, like, how many rooms were left at the end? Do you know?
Couple?
There were 4
Okay.
left.
Well, tell them to let him stay at the inn on King's authority. I'll take care of it when I get back. Just let Uathor take care of it.
Okay.
Or Zoomer, whichever one you find first.
Okay.
Gotta delegate, And he says, we'll be back in a few days. And he pokes his head back out and he's like, stables. Let's get horses.
Gotta make sure that we get Orphan Horse for Ukto.
And when they see it's you guys, they just, like, nod, like, whatever. Just... I know we don't have a say
Hi,
in
we
this.
just got back yesterday.
I know we don't have a say in this, but you guys brought us 5 extra horses, so... Whatever. Take them. They don't say that, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I'd love to see him try.
The wife has, like, a forced smile, like,
So friendly here. Vardrak looks at Asha and is like, and she just like reluctantly like lumbers over and then like lays down. He just sighs and then like mounts on top. She's looking pissed.
You can ride on a horse and all right, Asha.
No, she's gonna stop being a pain in the ass and do what she's told.
Well, let's face it, you love women who don't do that. And she smiles.
What? No. No, I don't know what you mean.
That's wrong. Inaccurate.
Fake news.
Wait, so you getting on or you getting your own?
I'm getting my own. But thank you.
And Ukto's just like laying there like, oh, Yitma, oh.
They're friends now.
Just laying across her, like petting her, like, oh.
They're friends now.
Yitma
We've
looks
made
at you guys.
Ukto
She's
get over
like,
her fear of horses.
I'm so happy.
So Asha's gonna start walking towards the northern path to start heading out of town towards the cave, the direction, like the same path they usually take.
Yep. So as you guys are heading up, you travel a half day or so through the woods, and you come across the area where like the smoke's getting thicker, and you're getting closer to where like lava fall is. So what is your guys' plan for how you're approaching this?
Just gonna kind of skirt around outside of the area where it looks like it's just getting way too uncomfortable for Ukto and Batsu.
And the horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Horses are a commodity for our kingdom. We have to keep them safe.
yeah, I guess you're right.
So you're mostly just
And
sticking on
as
the
for
path now,
Margin,
then?
are you telling us what Asha was...
He like doesn't say anything else unless you bring it up.
Oh, you best believe that Vakta's nagging. You best believe she is. That's only the only thing she's good at.
It's like, all right. She keeps bugging me because of what I told her the plan is.
Okay.
I told her once we get the treasure for Donovan, then we need to head to Mount Celestial. And she just kind of looks over her shoulder and she's like, lets out this little roar. And he's like, and she's pissed because I plan on doing it alone.
No.
He looks down at her. It's like he's just like kind of kicks her sides. Like, you happy now?
You do not hurt her.
It was like a light little.
We'll deal with this in a second. First, you will not hurt her.
That is my cinnamon roll. I love her.
So many cinnamon rolls.
I know. Everyone is precious to me. Yell at my husband.
Some bullshit.
Oh, no, you're not going alone.
This is nothing I wanted to discuss.
Well, good thing we're not discussing it, because whatever you do, we're going with you. Or at least I am.
Batsu rides up and Yeah, you better believe if you're using my girl to try to get to this place, and I gotta go confront the person that's haunting her dreams, that I'm gonna come to.
That's if she's able to find the place. And if she can just draw me a map, I will take care of the rest.
Ukto's like, I don't think you could just walk there.
Well, however you get there, like I don't know. I have no idea until one of these twins tells me.
Probably not going to be the guy.
It's like I'm not letting you all be a pawn in this stupid thing's game.
Wouldn't being a pawn indicate that we don't have a say in what's going on and we're just kind of being used and not making our own choices? Because right now I'm making my own choice and I'm following you. You're my husband.
Well, it didn't leave us much choice when it waited until we were already beaten, battered, and exhausted to drop a skeleton out of the sky on our kingdom and then try to torch it.
Yeah, well.
So, I told it before, it had a single purpose. It's not fulfilling it.
Well, yeah, because it's a sentient weapon that it. Sweetheart, darling husband of mine. Did you think it was going to listen to you? This
Everyone
ancient.
else does.
How well would you react to someone telling you you have one use? Now do it.
Yeah, this thing is far older and more stubborn than you are. Far older. Okay, maybe I'm not so sure on the stubborn thing, but far older and far more set in its ways.
Look, our first few conversations, it wasn't me telling it, oh, you have one use, you have one single person trying to boss it around. I tried to come at an angle of respect and tried to cut a deal because I insisted that we work together and grow stronger together repeatedly. And it insists that it will do nothing. It's not even that impressive of a weapon. It's not shown me any way, shape, or form that is capable of killing a skeleton, let alone a god. So this was all for nothing. This was, unfortunately, misinformation by the jackal. And now I'm paying for it. And that's fine. I knew the risks. And I went through with the blood ritual anyway.
This thing is supposed to be able to kill a god?
Supposedly.
And
But that's
try to make
if-
a deal with you?
That's if I continue to feed it. That was how it was supposed to work. But now it stopped feeding. And now that it stopped feeding, it's claimed that it has power to summon an armored skeleton to just drop from the sky and start fighting us.
If it has that kind of power right now, if you struck that deal with it and made it even stronger, what do you think it'll be able to do?
I have no idea. I don't think any living person knows what it can do. There are pantheons and gods that I'm sure that can tell us, but I don't happen to know any right now that will speak to us. And the only deal that it is willing to make is that it decides who I kill and when I kill. I can't allow that.
Has it chosen any kind of target yet?
Yes, one. And he's locking eyes on you as he says that.
He like kind of eases back on the horse. He's like, yeah, fuck that thing.
So yes, I have a useless stick of legend that just insists on having its way. But I'm not going to allow anyone else to make the ritual, and I'm not going to give it any more power. I'm going to carry this out as far as I can, and when my time comes, it will come.
And you guys ride off until it starts getting dark and the chill of the night starts falling on you guys. And you pull over to the side off the trail and in a little bit, and you guys find this stream, just this little brook. And you guys build camp. And for some reason, Batsu, this brook terrifies you. What happened?
Yeah, I am like set. What was that?
What happened in your past that made you so afraid of either water in general, or like that's so funny, or this stream specifically?
On the way to Amethil, his younger brother Choto fell off of the ship that they were using to get here, and he jumped in after him, and if no one looked back to see them, they would have both been dead.
So yeah, so you guys notice that that Batsu is like decisively further away from you guys, like closer towards the path and like further away from this little brook.
He looks over at Vakta and says, I probably shouldn't have let him know that the life drinker wants to kill him. Now look how far away he is.
Yeah, you should probably go apologize.
Apologize?
No, it's not your fault. It's the life drinker's
truth.
fault. And it's I'm being honest. You know, if only you were always honest about your intentions.
I am always honest about my intentions.
Going to celestial.
Sorry, what?
What? Nothing here. Also, Cliff, as you know, I need to get offline soonish, because I work tomorrow, and this is going to be a standard Tuesday thing, because I need to get off around 11:30.
I thought it was 12 on the dot.
No, I get up super early on Wednesdays. I can't do later than 11:30.
God damn it. All right.
Oh no, I'm ruining everything.
Pretty much. Actually, it's all John's fault that he wanted to go ahead and start working on Thursdays.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
So make sure if you guys are doing your negative roll of fates, or if you want to buy any monsters or anything, that you direct it towards Vardrak.
Uh-huh. I mean, we can go back and compete with Critical Role.
Oh.
Think we were gaining on them.
So close.
I heard one of my friends tell me they couldn't watch the stream because that's when Critical Role was, and I was just, huh?
Damn.
Well, they better be here tonight.
Right?
No, they had to work.
Fucking excuses. So for tonight, are you guys resting? Are you practicing your craft? What are you doing?
Yeah, Vardrak will spend time trying to improve his constitution.
So go ahead and give me a roll on the new skill that you have.
Where that at?
Under the skill tab.
Yeah, Batsu's working on his thing too.
Sin, wave at your camera. No emotion.
That'll do, donkey.
Wait, oh, I didn't even see that. Why?
They wanted away from you. Don't ask why. That's rude.
Yeah. You get fans, I don't.
Look at that nat 20.
Yeah, nat 20. So you got da, 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 da. So that's 2. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong character. That is, yeah. So that's 2 out of the 3 you need to gain your level. Yay. Is Batsu working on his blacksmithy?
Yep.
All right.
Gotta make sure I'm in my right persona.
All right, that's a pass. So you now have 2 passes as well. Actually, you didn't do your own material or anything, did you?
Huh?
Like, you didn't build with your own material, you just used the supplies?
I thought the first time I used the supplies.
Right. I'm just saying, like, you didn't take the extra thing to build the basics, so you only needed 2 passes to finish it. So, what type of item were you making?
Another Tonto.
All right, so you guys see Batsu over there with this this Tonto, this dagger-like blade, and he's just he's got this stump of wood that he's got it on, and he's beating it with this little hammer, and he's shaping it a little bit until he's finally satisfied with the looks of it. And you got yourself a shiny new one.
Yum.
Just make sure you use the right one when you're fighting, because this one is not a +1 or anything.
Yep.
And Vakto, what are you doing?
Going to bed. All these fancy people with their things and stuff.
We really need to work on your fucking inventory, let me tell you.
Oh my god, I know.
Like, hit the inventory tab. I gotta, like, scroll down to see it all. The abilities tab, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you removed some of the shit, too. I don't know why it's still showing on there. Or is it still showing on there? Yeah, it's still showing on there. So yeah, so you guys work on that and then end up passing out. Vardrak was like fully donned in the armor, and Vakta, you see him like walk over to the little stream and like he like lays down in it, like holding himself underwater. And every now and again you see him like popping up like back under the water.
He's lost his mind. He's done and gone and lost his mind. And she was thinking over the head, like, oh, if he's alive in the morning, he's alive in the morning. If he drowns, he drowns.
Dang.
Only the Lord know. And then, you know, you wake up in the morning. Vardrak, you're a little bit groggy. Batsy, you slept okay. You know, laying awake, kind of staring at the water as it's just bubbling over the rocks. And yeah, and you guys do your morning thing and start packing up to head out. As you venture down a little bit further, and you're getting towards the entrance a little bit more, you notice that like the direct path that you guys would normally take to get towards Donovan's cave is just riddled with lava. There's streams here and there. You guys aren't too far from the area where Vakta tried swimming in it.
Oh. It was very warm and you're gonna confuse new watchers thinking that I meant to do that.
That's fine. It's better that way. So you guys are gonna have to decide how you want to do it. If you want to try to take the way that you normally went to, if you want to try to take an alternate route there to see if you could figure out how to get to it. But it's all up to you. But I won't even do a cliffhanger. That's where we'll hang it. We'll just hang our hat up here. So as you guys are making your way through, you guys get to think about this decision of, do you want to go the familiar way that you know how to get there and try to deal with that? Or do you want to go, you know, out of your way and potentially find a new way into it? So we'll figure that one out, I guess. But I want to thank everybody that popped in here tonight. It was a great night. You guys made this Tuesday night awesome. So thanks for being here. We'll be doing this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And there's other times in between, but you know, check Google. Do the conversion stuff. I can't do all of them. I mean, I could, but we'd just be here forever. But thank you for being here. Thanks to where's everybody at? Catalyst 20XX for the follow. Midwinter Dreams for the follow. Drake Tales for the follow. Plus Ultra Cosplay for the follow. X Ruin X Asian Xbox for the follow. Thanks to Playforth, Ruin, Grinch, all for the hosts, and Fantasy Ground College for the biddies. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thanks to the players, as always. Without them, we wouldn't have a game. Even though Melissa's got to be an old lady and go to sleep at 11:30.
I'm sorry, I have to run story time in the morning.
I'm running story time now!
I have to go into work super early because I haven't prepared it because I couldn't read.
And new this week on Thursday, what I'll be doing is a new segment that I'm going to call Cliff Notes because I'm cheeky. And it's going to be theory crafting, world building. We'll get more into the lore and actually continue the theme of D&D with building identities, and we'll actually do a lot of freeform design and create shit from scratch. So it'll be real cool. So if you guys are interested in learning more of the behind-the-scene things, Thursday, 8 o'clock, we'll be doing that. And then tomorrow I'll probably be doing Witcher again, or maybe another game to give me some ideas. Grinch, let's see, biddies. Thanks for the 20 bits, man. That's all I got. So what I'm going to do now is at the end of every stream, I like to raid out to show support to other people who have shown support to me. So let us find out who is online so we can do the raiding. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we have? This person's name is Jen, Jehn, but I thought it said Jern, Jehrn at first. And I was about to say, oh, we got to do that. But it doesn't, so we're not. I'm trying to see if there's anybody on that's playing something that is kind of kind of thematic that would work. And it doesn't look like there is. So, oh hey, D&D's on. So let's do Lord Blackwood, who is doing Magic the Gathering. So, thank you guys again. I appreciate you for being here. Like I said, every Tuesday we'll be doing this. If you want to get more in-depth with the behind-the-scenes stuff, come back on Thursday. And I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now. It's going to get used to saying that. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.
And it's going to do the intro again. Because why wouldn't it do the intro again right now?
There's that segment we were missing.
Adventures from Amethil.
It's now
I
an
love it.
outro. It's now an outro.